Students are often able to understand complex or multiple texts best when they can be broken down into digestible chunks. Jigsaw is an instructional strategy that allows students to share the responsibility for each other's learning by being the expert on a certain portion of an assigned text, and ultimately teaching that portion to their peers.
When I have a particularly challenging or lengthy text, or even a set of texts that I need my students to read, I will frequently use the Jigsaw strategy. This strategy also works very well if I have a text that is not especially challenging, but my students and I are in a time crunch.
First, I'll put students into even-numbered groups. Next, I give each group a text that has been divided into equal parts according to the number of students in the group. Either by me assigning parts or students deciding on their own, each student in the group receives a separate section of the text to read. I'll give each group the appropriate time needed to read their text. Sometimes this can be as short as 10 minutes, but other times the time may be much longer. I also tell each student that they are tasked with becoming the expert of their assigned section of text. After this time allotted is up and each group member has read their text, I give a brief amount of time for group members to teach each other what they learned. The goal here is for students to be confident enough in their knowledge to share it with others, and also to learn connecting content from their peers.
After group members have shared with each other in their initial groups, I mix the groups. And since I assign numbers to students earlier, an easy way to do this is to ask students to form new groups by ensuring that they are with different classmates, but each number is represented within the group. This is where the Jigsaw idea really makes sense. Each student expert is like a piece of a puzzle, and by forming new groups to teach each other, they are putting the pieces together. Once in their new groups, students will share their findings from their reading with their peers.
At the end of using the Jigsaw strategy, see that students have really stepped into their roles as classroom leaders both by learning from and teaching their peers. How do you see Jigsaw working in your classroom? Comment on this video to share the ways you could use Jigsaw in your classroom.